Welcome to another episode of Doug's Electronic Repair Bench.
So what I'm going to do here is show you what I'm doing on this new super shelf, and let me show you that real quick on the other camera. Alright, now we're recording. This is the super shelf bottom. Excuse me. Get you back a little bit. There's the bottom of it. Now those two glue strips that I've got on there just were the I tried to put the one layer going this way and the other layer going this way on the ply of it, or the grain of it, whatever you want to call. That's what I'm doing there. Now these two on the ends were glued overnight, this one and this one. Actually there's three pieces on it. Excuse me. There's three pieces on there. You have a top part here going this way, the middle piece going that way, and the bottom piece going this way. So they're definitely, grains are opposite on those. And on this one, I didn't have a piece that went this way long enough to where I could put the whole thing on there, so I just had to basically put the put it like that. Now you can see there in the middle there's another piece. Now those places there where there is no glue, those are going to get gussets, and I forget now who it was, maybe Jim, I can't remember exactly who it was, but anyway, suggested the gussets from going up to the back there like that, and that's what I'm going to do on those. Basically that'll house that, and the other thing will house this, and that will leave a middle section for something else that I want to put in there. So that's what I'm going to do. So go ahead and put that back on there and let it sit overnight. But the clamps will allow me to work on the sides, the gussets, and any other parts that I need to work on. And that way I can get those done while this is being done, because I'm limited on my clamps, and I have clamps that I could use for that, but this one's just a lot easier to do it with the weight of the vinegar, and just do it that way. So that's what I've been doing. I could probably get away with doing it a little bit different and put a little bit more weight on it, but I'm not going to worry about it too much. But anyway, I didn't want to make this a long video. Certain parties that watch my videos don't like long videos, so just kidding, Marty. You guys, like I say, I'll bring you back when I have more to report. Alright, one last look at the ends I have gluing. There's both the sets of those gluing, and I have those going at the same time. These are going, so that will be good. The gussets are underneath there. Can't really see them right now, but they're there, and they will go on the other side once the ends are in place. So those will be good. So everything's shaping up. The super shelf is coming along. And that's about all I'm going to show for this time, because really don't need to. You guys have seen cardboard glued together before, so. Alright, that's my new clamps in action, though. They worked out really nice. Come in handy. So you guys have a great, well, I'm not going to say a great day, because I'm not leaving you. I'm coming back. So we'll be back in a bit. Well, what you see here is the supports in the middle. I've got both of them on, glued. They're pretty much set. Probably the next thing I'll do is put on the ends. I made the ends before, so those are all ready to go. And once I get the ends on, I will probably put the back on. And probably the last thing to put on will be the front. That's just the way I'm seeing it right now. So, like I said, that's where we're at with the super shelf. I still don't have the actual back piece. I might have to cut it out of another piece of cardboard, I think. I'm running out of the cardboard that I was using on this. So, anywho, that's just another little update. I'm enjoying an ice cream sandwich. I do that every once in a while, you know. So I will get off here and bring you back when I have more. I'm back with you once more. This is a Wednesday morning now. This is the back of the shelf, the super shelf. I have it the preliminary gluing taking place at the moment. This one support gusset, whatever you want to call it, is a little bit shorter than the rest of them or something. I'm not sure exactly what happened, but I had to clamp it down separately. The rest of them seem to be bonding okay with the weight that's on there. And so we'll let that dry, cure, whatever, for at least an hour or so. And then I'll come back in and maybe reposition or something, add some glue or something, and maybe see about making the front of it. I didn't double this backside because it's already doubled. The piece I took it out of is one of those double pieces, so should be plenty. I think it will be alright. I am going to have to add some reinforcement glue to the whole thing though, because it's a lot of the glue with spots like this where, you know, you're not really gluing too much, so it needs a dose around the seams, and that should stiffen it up quite a bit. What I'll do is set it up one way and do all the seams one way, and then set it up the other way and do the seams the other way. So that's what we'll do, and those can be done after about an hour. It sets up enough to where you can move it to a different position. It doesn't affect the glue. So we'll do that and put the front piece on. I think the piece that's on there probably will be what I use. I may try to double it. I'm not really sure. We'll see. So, anywho, that's about it for here for now. So, another little update on the super shelf. So, stay tuned for more. Alright, it's been over an hour. The glue is set up just fine, and as you can see, I have started the reinforcement, or whatever you want to call that, glue strip that I'm putting on each individual support there, and those will go a long way to helping this thing be more sturdy. Once this is set up for an hour, I will come back and lean it the other way and do the bottom sides and get those done, and then once those are set up, we'll come back and go the other way with it. So there'll be one on this side too. So I didn't get quite down to that. I wanted to leave that clamp there a little bit longer because that was pretty much pull on that, so I want to make sure it's good and set before I let loose of that. So that'll do that for now. So we'll come back again and show you what we get. Well, you can see I have it turned over the other way now. I have the those done. You can see the ones there are set. They're not completely cured, obviously, but they're set well enough to where they won't run. They've been in there for about 2 hours. So let that sit a couple hours there and get some of the get that back back one right there, and then we'll get the ones on that end and get this thing done and get the front on it, and then we'll be totally done. So that's what we're working on. Oh yes, another step closer. Just about to run out of glue with this bottle that I've got here. I've got to do these seams there, the bottom seams, and then glue the front on. That's what I've got left to do. I do have the front cut. So whenever I get around to it, actually it'll be after I do all this. I figured it was a lot easier to glue these seams with the front off. So we'll do that first. And like I said, I'll add that back to it. Time the morning comes, I can take this clamp off. I think all that'll be fine. So that's where we stand now. So we'll bring you back another time to show you more. Well, what we have here on a Thursday morning is the last joints being glued. They are, of course, the front. I have the usual weights on it. I think we're in pretty good shape. Everything seems to be lined up pretty good. So I think we're going to call that good. And like I said, this is the last major gluing. I will touch up some things here and there. Probably put a bead of support glue around that and get that done. That'll be the last thing I do. But anyway, this is going to do this one. Pretty much. I will bring you back for the final look at it and where I'm going to put it at. It's right there, obviously. We'll attach it to the 2x4s, and it should be a very sturdy shelf. It's pretty darn sturdy, so I don't think we'll have any problem holding those items. Anywho, that's just a quick look at it. And like I say, I will bring you back one more time to show you the finished product, and then we'll wrap it up. Alright, we're back once again. This is Friday afternoon, actually, now. It's, not sure exactly what time it is, but as you can see, this thing is thoroughly glued. I mean, thoroughly. And take a look at the bottom. Nice. Take a look at the back. Here's the back of it. This thing's solid as a rock. So what we got here is a finished super shelf. So what I'm going to do is put it right down there. I'm going to take and mark a couple of marks on the back of it here, so I can see where to mount it at, and bring it back in just a second. Well, there's what it looks like. It is up. Super shelf is up. Don't have anything in it yet. I only have 2 screws in it. I think we're going to try that. They're big screws, and they're pretty good and solid. So I'm going to try that and see what that does. Put some weight on it and see where she settles at. we go. Looking good. So that's there. The redone shelf is done there, and the still one up there. I did put those little clamps on the back of those. I don't know if they'll stay there. It's just somewhere to put them. I didn't want to put them. I had them up on that post, but then that was anytime you take and weaken the spring, like open them up like that, it's not really good for the spring. So I'll leave them there and see what happens. So I think this is going to conclude the soup shelf. And it sure does look good there. I've checked it. It's level. And I think it's just perfect. I'll get off here and sign off this thing. And then we're going to clean this wretched bench up. Well, as you can see, the chemical shelf is pretty much done. It's a success as far as I'm concerned. The chemical shelf, the super shelf, I should say. The chemicals are in it, and they are it's just solid as a rock there. I don't think you could do any better than that as far as a shelf. So I'm happy with that. Did go to the doctor today. It's not a good day. Nothing wrong medically, really. When I got there, I got ambushed by the financial department, wondering about my insurance. And when I turned 65, you know how that goes. Anybody in the States knows. Medicare kicks in, and then now on me, I don't know if they do that with everybody, but they sent me a letter 9 months before, something like that, asking me basically if I wanted Part B. Well, what did I know about Part B? I knew nothing. So I thought, well, I got buku time to decide what I want to do about it. And you know how that goes. Before you know it's December, I get a letter saying that they're taking out the first month's premium in December. Not happy about that, because it lowered my Social Security quite a bit, like almost $150. So that's not great. So I got to looking at my paperwork then. You know, I always wait till the last minute. Procrastination, that's the name of my game. And basically my insurance, Blue Cross, from the post office said that if you have Blue Cross and Medicare Part B, you don't pay anything when you go to the doctor. You know, I thought, well, that sounds good. But again, I got to figuring it up. And normally when I go to the doctor, or when I went to the doctor, most any of them, I pay like a $30 copay, something like that. And if there's any additional blood work, things like that, usually the insurance picked that up. So that's if I went to all my doctors, which there's 3 of them, twice a year, but one of them is only once a year, so just say 5 times a year. That's $150 basically that I would spend out of my pocket. This is with the old system, okay? So once Medicare kicked in, that would take that $150 away, but Medicare again is close to $150 a month. That's 12 times that. And they have a deductible. And the bad part about it was in December I turned 65, and that's when the claims start taking effect for Medicare. So I had to meet the deductible for the full year for 1 month. Well, that ain't working. So when they turned that in, I'm not getting any help there. Then again, right in January, a new deductible starts. So I'm not liking Medicare Part B. It doesn't make sense for me anyway. I'm thinking, you know, why would I pay all that money just to save $150? It doesn't make sense. So anyway, that's the situation I'm in, but I do have it right now, and it's not really paying anything. So what's the good of having it? I'm not seeing it. Maybe I'm missing something. I don't know, but. I got doctors yelling at me about getting, because they're wanting to say, who's the primary insurance? Who's the secondary? I'm thinking, I have no idea. I'm just the guy that's paying the premiums. Why are you asking me these things? I mean, so, I don't know. It's not supposed to be this hard getting older. I'm telling you, people. So, you guys... who aren't there yet, I urge you to do some research when you're getting ready to turn 65. And unless, I'll say right now, unless you have a lot of medical problems where you visit the doctor a lot, Part B is totally useless as far as I'm concerned. Because like I said, I just go in for my, semi-annual checkups. That's twice a year. So that's 2 times at the regular doctor. It's twice. It's supposed to be twice at the neurologist, but I'm seeing a new one, so he's got me coming in a little more often. But still, it's not that often to where it's gonna take $150 a month. So it's just really, they send you that letter, and it's well in advance of your 65th birthday. That's the thing where they get you. Because you think, oh, I got all kinds of time before I got to decide. But, and it says in the letter, I did read it, that it's automatic if you don't tell them that you don't want it. So, there's the problem. And, here's another thing. You have a few months after you get it to opt out of it if you want. You can go to the Social Security office and opt out of it. I think it's 2 months. I'm not really sure. I'm long past that, so good luck there. I don't know exactly what I'm going to do. But anyway, so that's my dilemma. And what it did was, after talking to them and getting all excited about that, I went in to see the doctor. Well, the doctor or nurse comes in, does my blood pressure, and it's 130 over 94. It's some ridiculous number it's always 120 over 80. It's and it was a ridiculous number. Then she did my heart rate, and it's like 120. And she says, that's high. Of course, when they say that gets you to thinking even more. And I don't think your heart rate's coming down all that much when they do that. So she even brought this little heart monitor, I guess, and started putting that on my finger. I'm thinking, what's going on, So she didn't leave that on there too long. She took off. So the doctor came in, and like I said, he looked at the numbers. He says, well, all your regular numbers are good, but what's up with this high blood pressure and heart rate? And I told him, I said, I just talked to your financial people. I said, and we've got this problem with the insurance. I said, I got 2 kinds of insurance, and nobody wants to seem to pay anything. So well, he understood that, He said, well, he says, keep an eye on it. He told me how to check my heart rate and all that stuff, which, makes sense and all that. But that's that. I got off on that. Didn't mean to. Marty, you're going to kill me for the size of this video. I was editing it the other day, and I know it's long, but it's the last one of these. Give me a break, please. And so... the super secret project is going to be put off. Like I said, I want to get this other stuff cleaned up and get it out of the way. I get the meter done, get my little AM transmitter put together, and go from there. But like I said, there's a couple things I need to get that super shelf. For one thing, I just about drained that glue getting this shelf done. I've got just a little bit at the bottom, around the top actually. I got it upside down. You guys, I'm talking way too long again. You guys have a great day. It's a beautiful day here. Still fairly low humidity. Temperature's probably 70s, maybe getting close to 80. I'm not really sure. I still got the AC on, so they said it was supposed to be cold or not cold, but cooler for a few days, and I'm not going to turn it off just for a few days, and then it's supposed to be hot this weekend, so That's silly. So anyway, you guys have that great day. Thank you so much for watching even this long, boring cardboard video. You guys, we'll talk at you later, and I'll bring you back hopefully this evening, maybe sometime, to work on this meter and see if we can get that going. So, see ya.